What is up, people? Thank you for tuning in to episode 6 of my dog Murphy's favorite podcast and my dog Dexter's third favorite podcast. Yes, folks, you are listening to the Big Ass Podcast. Little traitor. Dexter licking Joe Rogan in the last podcast on the last better than me. Who the fuck thinks feeds him, man? Damn. Alright, howdy, folks. It is Tuesday, February 23rd. Of the year of our Lord 2016, and we are broadcasting live and direct from the mothership, the podcast studios, with the best view of my front yard. That's right here in Akron, back in my dining room. It's another episode full of laughs, full of intriguing content, full of me, Paulie Z. So, what is up, man? It is a beautiful spring-like day here, so, that is going to bring us to our first little feature of the night, the Big Ass Beer of the Week. And the Big Ass Beer of the Week is, because it is so spring-like and getting me ready for summer, Landshark Premium Quality Island Style Lager, made by the Margaritaville Brewing Company, right there in Jacksonville, Florida. So I'm going to crack that open. There we go. Got a nice can of Landshark Lager. It's simple. It's a clean beer. If you like Corona, you like, any type of those like Mexican beers, the Sol, anything like that, the Landshark is very good. Not as good as my favorite. I do love the Occulto, which might be next week's Big Ass Beer of the Week. Keep your eyes peeled for that. You can actually tell me what beer you want me to feature by finding me on Twitter at Beeritual That is BEERITUALLITE. And there's always a poll up there. You can tell me, you can vote on what kind of beer you want me to try next, style-wise, or you can just tell me a particular brand or a type of beer, whatever. So you can always check that out there on Twitter. Also, for any other updates, polls, pictures, fun, find me on Snapchat, the whole thing. All your feedback is greatly appreciated. But once again, this week, episode 6, the Big Ass Beer of the Week, Landshark Lager. So, what is up, people? It is, like I said, a beautiful Tuesday here. Sun is shining, snows are melting, and we are hoping that February is gonna kind of just melt away, and we're gonna get into March, and by the end of March, we're gonna be having consistent 40, 50 degree days, and maybe even some 50 degree nights, and that will lead to bonfires and beer drinking. Fingers crossed, folks. We want to get out there and enjoy our favorite recreational activities, hanging out and bullshitting with the folks. I kind of did that this weekend. Not as fun as a bonfire, but it was a good weekend nonetheless. Mellow weekend. Went out for my friend Crystal's birthday. Got to hang out with my boy Dustin at the pool hall. So that was fun. Always good to see them. Happy birthday again to Ms. Crystal. What else? We went out and did a little sushi eating with the proprietors of Happy Guru Skincare, Josh and Candy, our buddies there. So we did a little all-you-can-eat sushi lunch at Koi Sushi, which I highly recommend. It's probably our favorite straight-up sushi place now that we've found. We've been there a couple times. Awesome food. The price of the dinner is a little bit much. It's like $22 a head, but it's literally all-you-can-eat sushi. So if you really do dig like a good quality sushi roll, not the shit you buy at the freezer case at Wegmans or Dashes or some shit, the pre-made stuff, go there. And the lunch is like, it's a little limited menu, but for $12.99, still a great deal. Koi Sushi in Amherst, I recommend it. So that's kind of all we really did this weekend. Just kind of was mellow. Had my brother and his family over for dinner. Did a little taco dinner on Sunday. That was fun. Got to visit with my godson and my niece. Watched Mutant Ninja Turtles there, TMNT movie. He's my little godson is a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, so we put the movie on for him, the newer one with what's her puss there, the whore. Anyway, she plays April O'Neil. You know what I'm talking about. And yeah, we watched that. My brother got into it. It was fun. So we got that, and we watched that on Hulu because we got Hulu now. We decided to splurge and treat ourselves to another streaming TV product. So we signed up for the old Hulu, and so there's some fun shit on there. I know all the South Parks and all the Seinfelds are definitely drawing my interest, and we already binge watched all of season 1 of Rick and Morty like the minute we got it. So that's what my weekend was. I hope your weekend was swell. Hope that everyone made it through safe and sound and started your work week without a worry. And now here we are, already moving on into hump day. And by the time you know it, you're going to be at the weekend again. These weeks keep flying by as we're pushing closer and closer to spring and summer. So hope y'all are well. I'm good. Sipping on my Land Shark. Got my unlit black and mild cherry cigar in my hand and or mouth while I'm talking to you. So life is good. We're going to move on. How's that sound? Good, good, okay, good. Alright, folks, so let's do it. Let's dive into our first story of the day, which happens to be the big-ass news story of the week. I'm sure if you've been on social media or watched the news at all in the past couple days, you have seen the story of Malachi Love Robinson, the 18-year-old West Palm Beach, Florida resident, who was arrested over the weekend and charged with practicing medicine without a license, setting up a fake practice, and falsely passing himself off as a PhD. Apparently, he was issued earlier in the year a cease and desist order to stop practicing, and he's been running this fake office with apparently 2 other gentlemen. They haven't clearly. I haven't seen anything else about who else on the website. It claims that he was running it with others, but yeah, so I haven't seen hide nor hair of these other characters that were supposedly running this medical practice with him. But he was running the New Birth, New Life Holistic and Alternative Medical Center and Urgent Care. Long enough name, stupid? What, do you think he add enough words? People are just going to assume that it's real? From now on, I'm going to call this the nightly news, local sports, comedy, talk, radio show, and internet podcast with the best host ever, Paulie Z. See, say that, put enough words in there, and it must be real, must be true. But apparently people believe that this 18-year-old child was actually a seasoned medical professional with a doctorate, and he's running around Florida running a practice, seeing patients, making money. And apparently no one found it fishy that he couldn't take insurance or provide any actual medical care. But I guess an undercover FBI agent finally strolled into his shop and got a checkup, and that's when they put the cuffs on this douchebag. So he's in a bit of trouble now. His patients are equally idiots. If you did no research whatsoever, walked into a clinic and took this idiot's word for whatever you were ailing from to help you, you deserve your shitty treatment. He deserves whatever he gets too, though. I mean, he's got huge balls, but he's a grifter. He's a fucking flim-flam man. He should get in trouble, and I think he's probably fucking mentally ill. Apparently he was also caught in the past walking the halls of a hospital with a lab coat on. Apparently at that point in time, he did not wait on any patients, go and give any consultations, dole out fake medical advice, but he was doing it. It's like a serial killer ramping up small increments, and that was probably his jumping off point to running a fake fucking practice. Where he got the money to open up the business at 18, no idea. But I'd like to see this little shithead's parents explain some of this. But yeah, I gotta assume that he has some severe mental issues, Mr. Love Robinson. And if your name's Dr. Love and you're black, why pretend to be a doctor? And you can be a rapper or a DJ, a comedian. I don't know what other black jobs have the word doctor in it. I mean, there's, of course, doctors. I mean, sorry, Dr. Ben Carson. Yes, there's actual doctors. But most of the black doctors, I think, that I know of are in the entertainment field. So he's got that going for him. He can come on out and probably start a hip-hop career or something like that when he's done serving time. But they gotta give it to him. Kid's got balls. But yeah, he also is an asshole. And if anyone went to the New Birth, New Life Holistic and Alternative Medical Center and Urgent Care with actual thoughts of being cured, then they suck too. So everyone sucks here. His patients, his landlord, who the fuck gives this 18-year-old kid, keys to a storefront like that? Bizarre. Unless he's got some sort of financial backing. Whole story's a little fishy, but he was claiming that he was 25 on his website. He also had a website, yes. And on his office, when the some like sort of investigative crew from whatever rinky-dink news outlet there in Florida went to interview him about his shenanigans, he put a piece of masking tape over the MD that followed his name, and then claimed that was a mistake, that it shouldn't have been on the door. So, yeah. Just put a sticker over it, and it doesn't happen. It doesn't count, according to this lunatic. And if you saw his picture, it looked like he went to, like, the Sears, like, portrait studios, or, like, the senior picture or something. Like, I don't know what he used, but that's what it looked like. You pose on the stool with, like, your hand under your chin for your senior pictures. Well, that's what this idiot did, but he just had a stethoscope and a white lab coat on him, and apparently that makes you a doctor. And so, I can't lie, I didn't know at the time, but I probably committed some sort of crime when, back in the day when, like, cell phones were just kind of coming out, and you could set, it was, like, the first time I had a phone that wasn't connected to my parents' house, so I had my own voicemail. So I set my outgoing message, or whatever, the greeting message, that you had reached Dr. Paul Zika. And I got a call from, whatever, I don't know, some sort of fucking telemarketer, survey, debt collector, whatever the fuck it was at the time. But they actually referred to me as doctor in the message they left, and I thought that was hilarious. Apparently that was probably a bit of a crime myself, but that's as far as I took it. I did not then don the medical coat, the stethoscope, and the bone saw and go out and start curing the world's ills. So Malachi Love Robinson, you are the also the big ass weirdo of the week. I don't know, I don't have anything for that, but this was the big ass news story of the week. So hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna be kind of rocking a little features into the show, a little more structure to keep things flowing better. So that's that. Everyone go online, check this lunatic out though. See how his little court case. I think he's out on like $21,000 bond, so I don't even know whether, like, he's got to come from a wealthy family, or he was like dealing fucking coke out of the office or something, because the money is what's confusing me in the whole situation. But he was a naughty little boy. He's got the silver bracelets on him now, and we'll see how it all plays out. Alright, let me take a sip of the old brewski here. Ooh, it's light. It does remind you, need to squeeze a lime. Could probably pour this into a pint glass. Put a little lime in there, a little citrus would make it really good. But sip of the beer. Moving on now, we got big ass politics. And what's in the news this week? Of course, it's Uncle Donnie Trump. And he wins the South Carolina primary on Saturday, racking up 32.5% of the vote, collecting 50 delegates. He fought with the Pope and won. It's all good. Rubio comes in second, Cruz in third. Tonight is another caucus. It's the caucus in Nevada. So we'll see what happens there. I believe that Trump is again leading in the polls, and it's all good. He's got 67 delegates wrapped up. Cruz 11, Rubio 10. Old Jebby boy, Jeb Bush, Jeb with the explanation point, is out of the running. He has stepped away because no one likes him, and apparently a lot of his constituents are also glomming on to the old Making America Great Again Donald Trump, the Donald. So Donald's polling first. He's looking great. America's gonna be great. The wall's gonna be great. Everything's gonna be great. America's gonna be great again as long as we vote for the greatest man, Donald Trump. Apparently the Democrats are having their own little race too. Hillary won the Democratic uh, fucking dachshund race or something in Nevada, and she gets 20 delegates. Uncle Bernie, gets 15 delegates. So apparently Hill Dog now is sitting at 503 Democratic delegates to Uncle Bernie's 70. If this is a football game, that one's all over, folks. That's a couple of touchdowns on the board, and then a couple more. Then Bernie threw a pick six and blew out his knee, and this is not looking good for the communist dictator, Bernie Sanders. Not that I'm a fucking Hillary fan, but I do think if she gets in there with her health issues and her felony issues, that she might be in a bit of trouble. So right now on Real Clear Politics, however, they're giving Hill Dog the top spot. 45.2% of Americans think that she's going to win the whole kit and caboodle to Donald Trump's 42.5%. So it's close, but there's still idiots out there who think because she has a vagina and was the president through impregnation and injection from the rapist Bill Clinton that she's somehow qualified. So, that's that. You know my feelings on politics by now if you've been listening. Hillary's a fucking criminal scumbag. Bernie's a lunatic. And I just want to see the world burn. So let's make America great again. Let's vote for Donald Trump. Let's take another sip of the old brewski. And let's move on to Big Ass Sports. Lots of sports in the news, but no bigger story than... Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money. What is that? That's right, sports fans. Or fake sports fans. Shane O'Mac is back after a 6+ year long absence from the WWE, WWF, whatever you want to call it, wrestling. Vince McMahon's baby boy, Shane O'Mac, made a shocking return to Raw last night. February 22nd Raw, for those keeping score at home. Live from the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit City to kick off WrestleMania season, Shane O'Mac comes out to interrupt Vince McMahon, giving Stephanie McMahon, Helmsley Levesque, Test, whatever the fuck, she married like a bunch of people in real life. She's banging Trip. But, yeah, she was receiving the award for most Vince McMahon looking face on a woman or something. And Shane O'Mac, here comes the money, kicks on, walking down, doing the Shane O'Mac dance. The only thing missing was the Mean Street Posse. Come on now. Shane stepped down as CEO of the WWE, like the real job, not the fake TV job, in 2010. Went to pursue some outside interests. Had some dealings with MMA, didn't quite work out. But now, in story mode, he wants control of Raw and eventually the entire WWE. And his sister is not a fan. So, of course, Vince has a plan on how to make this all right. I mean, Vince has always got a trick up his sleeve, so he guarantees that Shane can, in fact, take over Raw and eventually the WWE, if only he can beat The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. So we got Shane O'Mac versus the Dead Man himself in a Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania 32. So that's exciting. Wrestling's got me hooked for the first time in a long time. So that is fun. In real life, Shane O'Mac has no power in the company really right now. He kind of washed his hands of things. Steph, Paul Levesque, a.k.a. Hunter Hearst Helmsley, a.k.a. Triple H, are actually in complete creative control, financial control, the whole spiel. But rumor is that life could imitate art, and the male heir of the McMahon family, Shane Oh, Mac could be looking to wrangle some actual control back in the company as well. Apparently, he's well liked backstage by the talent. The writers have a bit of a problem with the direction he wants to take things. I believe it's less PG, less kiddie friendly, more, the shit that actually made them money, which he actually brought into his little promo that he cut in the middle of the ring. That, yeah, they're running it into the ground. It is a failing company. Their stock prices are tanking. Their viewership's in the toilet. Fuck, we are, like, 30-year-old dudes like me are the ones who grew up, like, they fucking paid the money for shit. I still wear a Stone Cold hat from time to time. I mean, at my desk at work, I got Stone Cold trinkets and fucking Undertaker shit, The Rock. We grew up with it. Like, we were there as small children with the 80s wrestling, with Hogan and Macho Man and the Ultimate Warrior. And we graduated into the Attitude Era, and it's like they tried to like just hit the reset button and try to groom a new fan base, forgetting that they already had our money. Like, if they would have not made it suck, we would keep buying their shit. I'd still, I'd rock a fucking Dudley Boys t-shirt tomorrow. Why not? Fucking ECW never died. It's fantastic. I just watched an ECW DVD a couple weeks ago and relived some classic matches. It was fantastic. So, I can't see it being a bad thing. I mean, Shane O'Mac, if it's true, wants to bring some changes in real life and in the story side of things. There again, it could all be a work, because I don't know when you read online when it claims to be from a Wrestling Insider source if it's all bullshit. It probably is. I'm probably just a mark believing it all. But if that's the case, then they fucking did their job, and there's an actual interesting storyline that doesn't involve concussions, spinal cord injuries, and fucking CM Punk just telling everyone to fuck off. So that is fun, and it gives me a reason to tune in for a little bit at least. So what else in sports? Well, it was a long 3 weeks without football. But today's the day that prospective rookies show up in Indy to show off their talent and their skills for GMs, coaches, and scouts. The NFL Scouting Combine is back in action, which means that the 2016-2017 NFL football season is it's back. So yeah, that was rough. I hope everyone survived since the Super Bowl with no football. I know it was rough for me, but thankfully NFL news will continue to keep flooding my news feeds, my inbox, and my TV. So, fun. Not all happy news for the NFL, though, because they're in the news for a wrong reason. Court decision went against the owners and the commish as they miscategorized earnings of over $100 million over the last couple years that was supposed to go to the players' pot and instead went into the owner's pot. So a court ruled that the NFLPA is entitled to approximately $120 million to get distributed, which means that the salary cap is going to go up by even more this year as part of that redistribution is up in the cap. So we're looking at a salary cap somewhere between like $155 million-ish, which is huge, but when you're the biggest fucking entertainment source on planet Earth, you can really pay the talent whatever you're making. When they're paying out millions, they're bringing in billions. Don't cry for the NFL. Yeah, so that's fun. The NFL's robbing its own players, but, they lost. They're paying it back. Lots of roster doings already. The Rams cutting Laurinaitis long. Their tight end Cook. I love James Laurinaitis. When he's healthy, he is a beast, and he would look really damn good in green and gold. He's never going to be an LA Ram. He was and forever will be a St. Louis Ram, but he will not be shipping off into the City of Angels. So Chris Long's a fun DE, not as fun as Laurinaitis, defensively, but he'll fine. He'll make some team happy. I think they cleared up with those 3 cuts, like $26 million in cap space. So the Rams are probably going to be hunting for talent on the other side of the ball. They got a pretty stout defense. They got a fantastic secondary. They now got Todd Gurley, and they need some wide receiver help that's not named Tavon Austin, and they need someone to throw to whoever that receiver is. So, what else? Well, it looks like RG3 will not be donning a Washington Redskins uni next year. All reports are indicating that the Redskins do not feel like tendering him an offer and will let him walk and test the free agent market. I don't know where he's going to end up. I hope to Christ it's not Buffalo. I could see backing up Tony Romo maybe in Dallas, but we'll see. Houston, Texans, I could see that too, but who cares? It's RG3. Here's career's in the shitter. If he resurrects it, God bless him, but I don't know. I think at this point it's probably even more mental than physical, but we will see. Longtime Saint Marquise Colston giving the heave-ho, making way for them young receivers over there, like Brandon Cooks and Coleman, Toon, and the rest. Sammy Bradford is going to be a Philadelphia Eagle again next year. Don't know if that means he's going to be the starter, but it looks like they're going to bring him back to give a little continuity at the position with the new coaching regime change and such. Jets cut free Antonio Cromartie, so he is a beast at corner. He's going to cost some team a lot. I can see someone throwing him a 1 or 2 year deal, though, a difference maker. Probably the fucking Pats, just because, but we will see there. So Cromartie is available for your favorite football team to go sign up and add some backbone to their secondary. And Shady McCoy was supposed to meet with the DA today. His lawyer called off the meetings, but what I'm reading is that Shady is off the hook. He should not be facing charges. They're saying that the two cops instigated the brawl, and well, when you fucking poke a bear, the bear's gonna fuck you up. They might have been cops, but they were poking two fucking alpha male monsters. So, you know what? If he didn't start it and he finished it, so be it. Good. And it's done. Doesn't look good for him. Either way, whatever happens, doesn't look good. But he's not going to be in prison, not going to be in jail. Hopefully, therefore, he avoids a suspension. I would still like to see Carlos Williams get a piece of that, a little bit bigger piece of the pie in the backfield here in Buffalo. He showed some flashes last year. And fantasy-wise, if you are a McCoy owner, get yourself some Carlos Williams stock. You're gonna want that going forward, because let's face it, Shady's not the most durable player in the world anyway. So even if he stays out of trouble, doesn't mean he's gonna stay healthy. So like I said, it is the NFL Combine. Players reporting today. Always big on everyone's mind is watching the quarterbacks go through the drills. Eagles, Niners, Texans are probably, and the Browns are the teams that are going to be looking for QBs. So if you're going to be tuning into the Combine and you want to scope out some of the top QB talent coming into the league, we're looking at Carson Wentz out of North Dakota State. Yes, that North Dakota State, the powerhouse that is North Dakota State. But this dude is 6'5" with a huge fucking arm, great accuracy, great size, prototypical quarterback. Might not be from the biggest goddamn school, but he plays a lot bigger than his school, if that makes any sense. It does not. Moving on from that, Jared Goff from the Aaron Rodgers is a.k.a. the Cal State Bears. 6'4", mobile quarterback, natural-born leader is what they call this gentleman. So, it's one to watch there. Paxton Lynch out of Memphis. Huge beast of a QB. 6'7", 245 fucking pounds of athletic, mobile quarterbacking machine. Some other names to take a peek at would be Hackenberg out of Penn State and Cardale Jones out of Ohio State. We'll see. I can see the Bills scooping someone up just to add depth, if not to push Tyrod. I really did like what Tyrod did last year, as much as I bag on him in the Bills. I think they made some good steps forward. Tyrod with another year of experience could be fun to watch. He's got his mentor, Michael the Dog Beater Vick, going, showing him the ropes of how to be an NFL QB. So that should be fun. Heavy defensive draft. If you're looking like last year and the year before, there were world-class receivers well into round 2 and 3 difference makers. Not so much this year. Um, there are a couple. I mean, you're looking at Treadwell, Fuller, Coleman, some of your big name receivers, but they're not studs. They're not difference makers. Let's put it this way: if like Bernard Perriman or Devontae Parker were coming out this year, they would be your top of the class because there's no Kevin White, there's no Amari Cooper sitting on top of them. So not going to be a big playmaker type year. Same thing with the running backs: Derrick Henry, Ezekiel Elliott. Good, not great, but running backs going in the first round is almost a thing of the past now, anyways. But it is a big front seven loaded defensive draft. There's some great ball hawking corners available out there. Some names to watch. Linebacker Miles Jack, Jalen Smith. The down lineman, again, DeForest Buckner, Joey Bosa. Cornerback Jalen Ramsey, Vernon Hargraves. I mean, it's gonna be fun. I always like watching them run the drills and shit. Anyways, it's a good old time. And then you can try to figure out what your team needs are for your favorite particular NFL team, or root for your college team to just get a lot of guys going to the pros. I don't know how you want to do it. Live your life how you feel fit. I know what I like to do. I like to watch these football players run around, do the things, and then I go, ooh, I want that guy on my team. And then my team takes a different guy, and I go, ah, fuck. But you do what you want to do. Alright. There was also some sort of redneck festival going on in Daytona, Florida. I believe they call it the NASCAR Daytona 500. And it was a hell of a race. The closest finish in Daytona 500 history, as a matter of fact, as Denny Hamlin wins by mere inches over Martin Truex Jr. It was a photo finish, and it was fun. Notable finishers that were not those two gentlemen, at least notable because, I care. Carl Edwards finishes 5th. Brad Keselowski 20th. Biffle 33rd. And Junior, dismal showing there, 35th. So, and Matty Kenseth 14th. He was leading a lot of the race, looked at the strongest car out there. Got stuck outside the draft and finished where he finished. And for the first time this year, 2016, I will be experiencing my first Cup race, as I will be headed to Watkins Glen this August with my good buddy Dustin. You've met him on the Super Bowl special. I consider the boy almost family at this point in time, and it's going to be a good old time. We're going to go down there, watch some cars go around the track, drink some beers and bullshit. So that will be fun. So I look forward to my trip to Watkins Glen, and I'll probably bring this here recording contraption out there with me, and maybe do some live recording from the Glen. But that's in August. It's still February. We're a long fucking way away from sunshine and NASCARs. NHL trade deadline's coming up February 29th. What is that, next Monday, next Tuesday, something like that. Buffalo Sabres fans, don't look for a lot of splashy moves. We're going to be selling. We are again dwelling in the basement, and if we can stockpile some more draft picks, add some more younger talent, I think that's what we're doing, unless we can get some sort of phenomenal deal on something here. But I don't see it being a real active day here in Buffalo. But it's always a fun day to keep the local sports channel on and hear them prophesize about what they think should be happening, and then break in when the real news happens. So 29th, NHL trade deadline day. I believe also some sort of baseball things happening. Pitchers and catchers are showing up to ball diamonds in warm places like Florida and Arizona and California, and practicing the old baseballs. I am a Cleveland Indians fan in name. I dig watching it every once in a while, but I don't get into it that hardcore. But if you like baseball, God bless. Not my thing. What else do we got? We got a big ass Zika virus update. My namesake disease, my personal favorite virus, is getting fought. And getting fought against hard. They just can't let the Zikas live. I'm going to become a social justice warrior for Zika virus rights. These mosquitoes just want to spread their delicious, delicious virus. They want to share it with the people. just can't accept their gift. But apparently, a hospital in Houston has developed a quick test to see if you got the old Zika in you. Take blood or whatever other fluid, jizz in a vial or squirt some diarrhea in a test tube, I don't know. And in a couple hours as opposed to days, they can tell you if you are in fact blessed. That's right, you're blessed. It's not infected. You're blessed with the Zika virus. Apparently, there's at least 7 cases in the great state of New York where I reside. And to tell you the truth, there's many more. We're like sleeper cells. The Zika's no one to activate to get shit done. So, keep spreading the virus, fans. But really, in all honesty, stock up on your Deep Woods Off, anything with a heavy DEET content. Keep them citronella candles around come spring and summer. And don't get bit and get fucking, whatever shitty things that the Zika virus actually does. This Zika virus sitting here talking to you does not cause birth defects, as far as I know. My sweet namesake disease, my virus, it can fuck you up. So, fuck mosquitoes. I think they're like in the South American countries there are going hardcore pesticiding to try to wipe them out. But right now the Zika virus is holding strong. Humans are fighting against us, but we're doing what we can do. I like it. So go Zika. Make Zika great again. Alright, so what the hell? What? Alright, this is weird, folks. There's like this mysterious figure just standing in my doorway staring at me. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Can't really see his face. This is weird. Wait, what's that? What? They just said they're next. You what? And they want in. I don't know what this is. This is very strange, folks. If I can figure out what is going on here, I will let you know. But this is bizarre. So I'll keep you posted. Now they're walking away. So whew, that's weird. I'm baffled. But okay, this mysterious figure just told me that they're next and they want in. What could that mean? I don't know. Now I guess we'll figure it out. That or I could go shoot them. What do you think, folks? Fucking weird. Anyways. So, a few other things here. We checked out Our Brand is Crisis on the old Redbox. It was a Sandra Bullock flick. Really fucking good. I might actually end up purchasing this and rewatching it in the future. Good movie though. I liked it. It was about like a campaign manager and a team of political hitmen basically going off to Bolivia and showing how they work with the candidate to help them get elected, and it was pretty cool. I know it's based on a documentary, which I have to check out to see how authentic the movie was, but the movie itself was entertaining, and if you're a political junkie, definitely a good one to check out. Or if you like Sandy Bullock. I happen to be both. I like politics. Used to have a huge crush on Sandra Bullock as a younger child. She still looks good. So watch it. Our Brand is Crisis. Check it out. Started a new book. It's an oldie, but it's a biggie. All 690 pages of Stephen King's Needful Things. So I'm going to be reading that for a while. I am a big book fan. For something you think I need to read, hit me up again on the social medias and recommend some shit. I've kind of been in a huge void since I wrapped up the Song of Ice and Fire series with book 5, and it's been as I know many of you are in the same hole, waiting for Winds of Winter to see whatever happens to Jon Snow and crew. I know the show is going to be coming back to HBO, and they're doing their own thing, and they claim that Jon Snow is dead. I have faith that George R.R. Martin has got a trick or two up his sleeve, and then we will see Jon Snow alive in some capacity in the books. So from here on out, the show and the books, I think, are going on their own little adventures. So yeah, if you got any reading tips, reading things, there's some books I should check out. Hit me up. That's kind of shit I like. I like Stephen King, Crichton, love the Game of Thrones series, but I will try anything. If it sucks after a couple pages, I put it down. So, this Friday we're going to be going and checking out Dr. Dirty once again. Mr. John Volby with a couple friends at Eddie Ryan's in Lancaster, so that should be fun. Gonna catch Dr. Dirty doing his thing. Grab a fish fry, eat that down before watching that dirty old man on his piano. So I'll let you know how that goes. If any of you out there are toy collector nerds like I sort of am, got a sweet Walgreens exclusive. One of the perks of having a wife that works at Walgreens is I get to go in there a lot, and they've started carrying a lot of exclusive figures. So I got a sweet Funko Pop exclusive to Walgreens Deadpool bobblehead, and he's holding the rubber chicken because why not? So that's fun. He's now on my desk at work in my toy army. I'm that weirdo at work with the toys and the trinkets, so I don't care. And yeah, Team Spiritual Enlightenment will be at Mooney's in Akron tonight, doing the DJ trivia thing. We have fallen hard the last 2 weeks, fallen off the pace, so we gotta bring it back around, change our ways, get some W's back in the column there, answer some questions right, score some touchdowns, put the goals in the net, sink some basket hoops, whatever. So that's going on. So like I said, I gotta thank everyone. Last week's episode 6, had 93 views on Facebook. So I don't know how many listened through it the whole way, but I'm assuming at least half of you did, and I want to see if we can get this one up to over 100. So if you're out there listening right now, like it, share it, spread it around, and also comment, letting me know what I can do to make the show better. Every week I think it's evolving, it's turning into something. So hit me up, let me know what you think of the job I'm doing, what I can do better, what you want to see added. If you want to fucking sit here next to me and bullshit with me, hit me up, please. And how can you hit me up? On Twitter, at Spiritual Light. On Facebook, at Big Ass Digital. On Instagram, at Paulie_Z. And that's Paulie with an IE, not a Y. Get it right. And Snapchat, PEZ981 on Snapchat. So hit me up on any of the social media sites, and we can chit-chat, discuss the show, discuss you coming on the show, argue with one another about my crazy views and your even crazier ones. So that's that. Hit me up on the social medias. And of course, before I go, let's do some reads. I want you all, if you haven't yet to do it, to go on Facebook and search up Emily's A2Z Crafts. That is my lovely wife's crafty little business that she runs out of my house. If you want anything baked, you want some chocolates made, candies, knitting, crocheting, sewing. If you see it on Pinterest, you can't do it, she can. Hit her up, timelines, prices, the whole shebang. I know right now she's doing a little charity thing, making some cookies this week. She's good. You'll like it. So hit her up. Again, Emily's A2Z Crafts on Facebook. And I'm still using their product. It is fantastic on my tattoo. That is Josh and Candy's fabulous little company, Happy Guru Skincare. Happy Guru Loves Me is a company that provides all-natural, chemical-free skincare products. To learn more, visit happygurulovesme.com. And last but not least, please, if you are a fan of tattoos, you have tattoos, you want tattoos, don't have one yet, but you want to get one, you don't know where to go in the area, fucking look up Dennis, my man Dennis, on Facebook, and his shop. His shop is the Tattoo Den. So, on Facebook, again, go in your little search bar, type in the word Tattoo Den, 2 separate words. Check out his portfolio, his recent work. It's good. His prices are reasonable. Fucking awesome dude, laid back, clean shop, fantastic. And where is that shop? Transit Road in Elma, New York, so it's not that far. It's not that far if you're in the West New York area. Great work, and if you go and you book an appointment with Dennis, tell him that Paulie Z sent you, that you heard about him on the Big Ass Podcast. Because I want a free tattoo, and if I can get him a few customers, that might just happen. I don't know. So help me out. Tell him to slap some free ink on me after you get your ink done that you paid for, of course. So that'll do it for this week. I will be leaving you with these words. Be yourself. But if that doesn't work, then at least be someone who fucking brings free beer to your buddy's house. That's all I got until next week. Stay safe, stay alive, be well. Peace.
Well, some say I'm not country, and that's just fine with me. 'Cause I don't wanna be country with some faggot looking over at me. They say that I'm ill-mannered, that I'm gonna self-destruct. But if you know what I'm thinking, you'll know that pop country really sucks. So I'm here to put the dick in Dixie and the cock back in country. 'Cause the kind of country I'm hearing nowadays, it's a bunch of fucking shit to me. They say that I'm ill-mannered, that I'm gonna self-destruct. But if you know what I'm thinking, you'll know that pop country really sucks. Well, we're losing all the outlaws that have to stand their ground, and they're being replaced by these kids from a manufactured town. And they don't have no idea about sorrow and woe, 'cause they're all just too damn busy kissing ass on Music Row. So I'm here to put the dick in Dixie and the cock back in country. 'Cause the kind of country I'm hearing nowadays, it's a bunch of fucking shit to me. They say that I'm ill-mannered, that I'm gonna self-destruct. But if you know what I'm thinking, you'll know that pop country really sucks. And if you know what I'm thinking, you'll know that pop country really sucks.
Yeah, just let me warm up a little bit. I ain't flat picked in weeks.